Welcome. We are gonna probably hang out for a tick, just to, give folks a moment to show up. All right. And now I can see myself down there. Very good. Hey, Alex, how you been? Cozy is how we do like to solve our homicides, you know? Just have a. Just one so far. So far. Uh, um, they'll be fine then. All of them. That's good enough. Okay, I'm gonna do the thing where it looks real kooky for a second.
Wow.
Whoa!
There
And
we are.
there we are. Okay. Hello. Welcome back to this decrepit alley full of awful goblin children.
Oh, good morning, Dee. Good aftermorning.
Hello. Hello, D. Welcome in. What are we doing, Alex?
We have
Sorry.
just successfully rooted through the trash at a 13% chance legendary success.
Yes, and if I recall correctly, there was something down there that you could keep rooting for, but your inland empire suggested no, and you listened to your inland empire.
Yes. Oh, I did want to try it out. Just since we have just saved, we could try doing the ill-advised thing and then quick load just to test our intuition.
So, so you want to go back in?
I want to try it just real quick. I just want to touch the horrible, dangerous thing in the
The
trash.
trash container stands in the spring snow. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see
This is
soggy
this is what we
cartons,
want for
dirty
our nice
rags, and
calm
organic
breakfast.
waste.
Oh yeah. Oh, organic waste. Was it
It
in
was
the
in the
food
food waste.
waste?
It's just organic waste, cold and slimy on your hands. Apple and potato pills, mostly.
God,
Unidentified
the voice
sludge,
acting in
and the
this.
occasional chicken bone thrown in for good measure. But hey, nothing. It's nothing. Nothing more to see here.
Nothing more to see here,
What's
says Inland
See,
this?
we've been
Empire.
trusting our inland empire, but let's see what. Let's see what.
A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Looks like the corner of
Shiny.
something.
See, we were missing something shiny.
They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes, written in a man's handwriting.
What?
A damaged ledger.
Is that
Officer,
my paperwork?
is that your paperwork?
I don't know what this is.
It is. Look, the plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form in there. If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash?
Okay. So our intuition was. Oh my god. It does have a foreboding quality to it. We felt foreboded.
It does have a foreboding quality to it.
What are
It
you
tried to
talking
warn
about?
us. Yep.
Do you, do you speak at
I
the
speak
tongue?
at the tongue, Kim.
Doeth thou also thorough inventories? You should take stock of your notes. Make sure it's all there. Official notes contain informants' names. If some of it has fallen into the hands of the RCM's adversaries, bloodletting may well ensue.
Okay, we'll do that.
Okay. I mean, if Kim says to
It
do
would
it.
also not hurt to start
Yeah.
taking notes on the case. Now, tell me what your eagle eyes see. Or are we finished?
Close that lid. Wow,
The container sounds a muffled gong.
I didn't think that our Inland Empire was like, don't remember your case notes you made earlier. That's wild to me.
Yeah, I think this is one of the things that I really love about this game is that
Hmm.
eventually you kind of figure out your little brain parts don't necessarily have your holistic best interests at heart. They
Right.
just do what is good for their part of you. And
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Inland Empire doesn't necessarily want you to see this damaged ledger, which you can interact with.
And has a banana peel.
That's a fundamental part of it.
Nice. Remember, you can always reload, and it'll be like none of this ever happened.
Well, I mean, I did not do save scums on my prior playthroughs. Even though, boy, I did hit a point where I really super wanted to. Um,
Interesting.
you don't have to look closer
Let's
at the ledger.
interact with it, see how it looks.
Oh, why are you
It's
doing
the ledger
this?
you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board,
Beautiful cat.
barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
Anything else?
There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's toilet paper, desperately sticking to the back of the blue plastic clipboard.
Oh, good.
It's a
Let's
metaphor
continue.
for you. Below the pathetics, terror. Do not look into its blue heart.
Amazing.
There is something Inland Empire does not want you to know about this.
This is really interesting. Let's inspect the toilet paper. We'll just go down the line.
It's just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you want.
Maybe it's kitchen tissue. They look exactly the same.
If you want it to be kitchen tissue, it can be kitchen tissue.
And this is a
It's not,
check.
though. It's toilet paper.
Perception knows what's what.
Let's take it off.
Still wet, the toilet paper.
We
I
got
mean,
experience?
kitchen tissue, sorry, peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is shake it off your finger, and voila, the ledger now looks marginally better.
Voila. D says what the lieutenant doesn't know can't make him more ashamed to know you.
Oh.
We have so far just been trying poor Detective Kim, and he's actually been pretty cool about it.
Kim
We've
Kitsuragi
been bragging
has
about how
infinite
psychic we are.
patience. I don't know how he can handle us, but that's because he's the best.
Patience of a saint.
Yeah.
Let's check out that clip.
An aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together. A regular pencil, the tip worn down to nothing, has been attached to the clip.
Let's run our finger across the aluminium.
The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling with iridescence. You don't know how you didn't notice it before.
A hologram watermark?
What? Yes, halogen watermark used for adding information to RCM property.
What kind of information?
It depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has my station number and address. The information varies by date of issue.
How many years you've been on the force, he's thinking. It'll have that.
Ooh, how can we read it?
Any capable light with the right wavelength will do.
For example?
Like what?
All RCM vehicles have headlights designed to reveal halogen watermarks. Mine too.
This means you can read the watermarks if you just turn the lights on.
Thanks, interfacing.
Interfacing knows what's up
Okay.
with light bulbs.
While a bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard in your hand, it's a sorry sight.
Oh.
Let's browse those papers.
They're not
Them
exactly
tapes.
white. They're yellowed in patches. by sunlight and alcohol, and covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns, reaching its tendrils across entire pages. The paper itself is checkered, with faint red lines, forming short paragraphs.
Wow.
Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files commit to paper." The case files themselves are plenty. You count more than 100 sodden, crumpled up, earmarked pages falling
Wowza.
apart in your hands. They appear to be sufficiently organized and extremely dense, if mostly illegible.
What are they about?
Work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51, this year. The exact number is hard to estimate due to missing pages and an odd naming convention. But there are at least 20, maybe 30 cases undertaken, not completed, mind you.
Wow. A naming convention, huh?
Yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written on the margins. Yet, still more tellingly, most are accompanied by a name.
Oh, and they're written in capital letters, too.
Oh my.
Yes, all caps. One is called The Next World Mural. Another, The Square Bullet Hole Murders. Another yet, The Unsolvable Case. Others
More?
appear more light-hearted. The guys on a couch in an unexpected location, and the murder at the hookah parlor. Even the rare article-free collapsing tenement. Murder features prominently throughout.
Oh no.
You like this
Wow.
grimy murdering, don't you?
Don't you?
Well,
It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done. Once you're done inspecting them up close.
let's talk about our naming convention.
You mean the alphanumeric? Officer, precinct, time of arrival at the scene?
No, a non-numeric one.
Oh, you mean the titular? Yes, well, so do I. In our defense, almost everyone in the RCM does.
Oh, well, that's good. Okay.
Yeah.
Why is that?
It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. Officers use these titles to refer to their work among themselves.
I seem to have titled the case The Square Bullet Hole Murders.
Which is such a good title.
Again,
really good.
in your defense, I seem to have named one the man with the hole in his head. That was a real person. His death was real. Still, I named it that, to amuse myself.
Oh, Kim.
Kim, he's just
I
like
pray
us.
his loved ones never find out.
Oh,
What
did
happened to him?
to him?
Rail spiked through the head. He died. It was a workplace accident.
Oh, boy.
Dang.
Do we think Kim is self-conscious about the fact that we're reading case files by a dumpster near a body?
We've
I
hung
don't
out
know.
next to this body for so long.
We've been here for what feels like an hour standing in front of a dumpster. Between a dumpster and a gremlin, awash in the scent of human effluvia.
Also,
That's-
when we first investigated the body, we managed to succeed again legendarily at getting close to it, and then made a psychic connection with it, and just sat and like stared directly into the body's eyes within kissing range, just listening to it talk to us for like half an hour. So
yeah.
Kim has seen us do some weird shit.
Kim has seen some serious shit, and it is day one.
We are making amazing progress on this case. I feel like we should not be this far until it's like week 2 or something.
We have done some surprising business pretty quickly with some very good rolls.
Somehow I feel like we're actually managing to be good police, which is absolutely buck wild.
Notably, though, we still need to find $127 before bedtime, so just mentioning that we do have other things on our mind.
Yeah, we have our feminist agenda that we need to pursue.
We do. How much longer do we have to think about our inexplicable feminist agenda? 39% done thinking about it before we will fully internalize it. I
Oh,
mean,
interesting. Wait, have we been accomplishing it a little?
basically, the way thoughts work is as time passes, which is to say, as you engage in dialogue, they will tick
Hmm.
forward a little bit.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So we haven't gotten any work done. We're just 40% of the way through the time.
Yeah. But
That makes
that's,
sense.
That's good, you know. It takes
Yeah.
fun to be a feminist. You can't just go
Okay,
straight to
well-
feminist like at the drop of a hat, man.
We need to go find more people to talk to. Then I still want to see if we can pursue that.
Okay.
Thank you for appreciating our build. It is all the weird shit,
Weird shit.
or at least as
weird
much of the
shit.
weird shit as we can get our hands on.
All right.
All right, let's say we're done inspecting these for now.
Okay.
You don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now.
I guess we could try to logic it, just for the failure.
What's the worst that could
It's
happen?
proving to be harder than expected. You just don't have the intellectual rigor to patch the quilt back together. Try
We
again
don't.
later.
Oh. Someday.
Cool. That's fine. Oh, let's smell it real quick.
Okay. Very important.
The acidic stench of rotting food is rubbed off on the cellulose. It now forms the base of the experience. This base surrounded by a faint air of spoiled meat, the stuff of death itself, and then sprinkled liberally with the citrus zest of toilet cleaner.
You can almost smell it just hearing the description, right?
Yeah, it's wild. I'm very excited about our feminist agenda and Corpse Convo. They have been super fun. Just gotta figure out who to talk to.
Got some yellow papers.
All right,
to
let's
look
browse
at.
the
Got
yellow
a little-
papers real
yeah,
quick.
What do we? What
In
are
the
they?
back, you see thin, translucent copy paper, some neon yellow, some bright red, all covered in boxes, like marching armies. These look like official forms, waiting to be filled out.
What types of forms?
3. The topmost are misconduct fines, the middle ones are station calls, and the bottommost are field autopsy forms. Each is easy enough to make sense of.
All right, let's look at our misconduct fines real quick.
A monetary penalization ranging from 20 to 250 real. Severe cases allow for 1,000 real, but that requires special paperwork. The details of issuing these fines are spread out over the rest of the fields.
I guess let's look at the other ones while we're here.
Okay.
These are quite sinister in turn. They give a date and time for the person to appear at the specified precinct police station. Below the call are the criminal charges you risk by not appearing. A dozen
Field
pages
autopsy?
of thin copy paper, bright red in color. You see the parameters of a deceased human form waiting to be filled in. Age, sex, condition of internal organs, color of the irises, predation marks, condition of sexual organs.
Thanks,
Thanks,
physical instrument.
instrument.
Enough of these.
Yes, all that remains now is to fill those forms and hand them to people. Fines for wrongdoers, interview requests for bad guys, and field autopsies to dead guys. What delicious power hid within this pathetic mess. You feel better.
We feel better?
You have gained health from the sense of power it gives you. Oh God, that's kind of grotesque. Authority.
We didn't even gain, like, willpower or whatever our mental damage track is. We straight up gained physical health.
Yeah.
The rest
Which is
of
good,
the
'cause that's the
stinking
one we were
cellulose
damaged in.
is much worse for wear. Being sandwiched between the board and the rest of the paperwork must have spared the fragile copy of paper.
Fair.
We can stare at the clipboard, or we can get on with our lives.
Let's stare at the clipboard, sure.
Ah, okay.
It's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. The edges are rounded,
Jeez.
however. The U4 size board feels thick and heavy in your hand. Light shimmers on its wet surface. On the back, you see the embossed letters RCM.
What did you say the color was? It's blue.
Blue. The blue heart. Don't look into it.
Inland Empire hates this thing.
He
Let's shake it.
Something rattles inside, ever so lightly. Is there a hidden compartment?
Peek
The
inside.
plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. You cannot see to its center.
How would
I
we
open
open
it?
it?
With your hands, you four-sized pages hang from the clip screwed to the top of the board.
All right, let's fail to interface with this.
Okay.
Is not what you end up doing. You squeeze the plastic to slide it open, but nothing happens. Then you bend it some, then crack it. The goddamn thing is stuck. A hot flash of rage comes over you. For a moment there, before it recedes, you feel as though you might just squeeze a tear of anger out of your duct. Makes you wonder, why? It's unjust.
Indeed.
That's why. You can't even get to that thing anymore.
We
The
just had a
letter
yellow,
quivers in
red,
your
blue.
hand.
Wow.
As it shakes,
Yeah.
the pages rustle. This pathetic mess suddenly afraid of you for some reason.
Okay.
Right.
We can't get it right now.
Can't get it.
But you know what? Inland Empire doesn't want us to, so maybe that's fine.
Maybe that's
Maybe
fine.
we don't want to improve our interfacing enough to get in and discover what dark secrets our own intuition is afraid of.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Anyway, if we wanted to go read the watermarks, we certainly could. We can give the case an official name. Finding
Oh,
the right
that's
line
fun.
might take some time. Or we can, leave this decrepit hell alley and go somewhere new.
I say let's go somewhere new. I want to go exploring and find some new stuff. I feel like we've made a lot of progress. We could easily keep advancing on the case, but let's not for now. We'll wait until the next day or something.
Okay, that's fine. So, we've got a shop over this way, and who knows what's beyond. I mean, I know what's beyond. And over towards the east, we know there is a convenience store, and that is the direction of the dock workers' business.
Mm-mm.
Or we can go south and just see what's down there.
We had a theoretical long-term mission to get to the pawn shop. We could sort of head in
Yes.
that direction.
Okay, the pawn shop, I believe we were
We did
informed
take that
roughly
nice
where-
lady's heirloom.
We did take that nice lady's heirloom.
Sorry.
Pawn shop is down this way. And I'm just gonna firmly hit tab so we can see our interactables.
Thank
What's
you.
that? What the hell is this thing? An ancient fountain. There's a tree in it. I swear
Love
to
it.
God, I've never seen this before. Welcome to a new area.
God, we've explored more in the last 30 seconds than in the last 2 hours.
Yeah. So we've got. Well, I'm just gonna. Wait, no. What am I think? Sewer grate. Gateway to the River of Filth.
Oh.
Come on, Harry. Move quickly. Roy's Pawn Shop. Fast cash for faster times.
Hey, we did it. Yeah, let's go in.
Okay.
For some reason, I thought that was going to take us a long time.
I mean, it is actually not that big a map. It's fairly dense, but there are only so many locations. So I think that's
Right.
one of the only other places. Welcome to the pawn shop.
Yeah, the density is powerful.
Shall we look at all the lookables?
D, you have not missed anything harrowing. We have popped down to the pawn shop, where we are at least theoretically planning on selling the heirloom pin that the nice lady gave to us.
Some kind of
The
machine?
cryptozoologist's wife.
An antique cash register.
Oh no, the pawn shop.
It's the pawn shop!
What could go wrong?
Nothing can go wrong. Film projector is whirring away in the dark. What's that over here? Mostly military wear. So we've got... We can look in there, we can see what's up there, there's a thing, or we can just talk to the fella.
Let's look at all the stuff first.
Everybody loves stuff.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others in rags, others yet in bright blue uniforms. All are stern and unyielding in their duty. Try to find something pretty and cool here, then use it to win her back.
Win her back?
Yes. Buy something nice. A figurine. This sounds off. You shouldn't trust this guy.
Wait, Volition thinks we shouldn't trust Inland Empire.
Yeah.
That rules. Oh, I'm down for failing another interfacing check.
Oh, we're finding something cool, yeah.
Yeah.
Everything you pick out seems faded, chipped,
Oh.
and sad somehow. Most of them are just broken toys.
Rough.
Sorry.
Let's move away.
Okay. So, what we got up here?
The boomboxes on the shelf look well-loved and well-traveled. Chipped, dented, they stare at you with the unblinking eyes of their tape reels.
You have to stand on tippy toes.
One especially catches your eye. Deep gold and amber plastic with a big old handle on top. A classic boombox that says Stereo 8 approved. This is you. Golden orange. A sunset suite.
Oh, that's surprisingly sweet, Inland
Just
Empire.
make sure it works before
Yeah.
you buy it.
Could it come handy in my police work?
If police work means playing tapes, sure, you can use it for that. Or any other time you'd need to play a tape.
Like a beach party. With sand and sun and seagulls dancing on the breeze.
Theoretically, could I bring it to a beach party, Kim?
Theoretically, yes. But we don't have time right now. It's generally murder investigation first, then beach party.
We'll bring the party to the streets.
Oh,
You can play it any way you like. And I guess since you're a police officer, no one can arrest you for it.
Be sure it's all in working order.
Absolutely. I've tested each one myself with recordings of speech, found sounds and music from a variety of genres. Even though I don't really like music.
Let's talk to him about the machine.
Is the Harman Welsh W2, made in Vespa, designed in Seoul, plays all reel-to-reel formats,
Just
2
really good
millimeter,
place
8
names.
millimeter, 12 millimeter. It's even got a little radio in there. It'll set you back 12 real.
Well, we do not have 12 real.
have it. But we're gonna need to get that boombox. I can feel it in my lights.
Especially if we want to accomplish our goal of doing karaoke.
Oh yeah. And our last
A
observable
typical
here.
Martinez streetlight sits among assorted floor and table lamps.
Let's run our gaze over it.
The light pole has been carefully cut, and the wiring has been redone and attached to a standard indoor plug. The light buzzes faintly, but persistently.
Where did he get it?
Where did you get this?
It was brought to me to be altered.
We are not here to investigate the theft of city property. You have to admit it's rather clever what he's done with it.
Him is such an engineering nerd.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's say there's nothing else we need to know.
Okay, you're not gonna buy a streetlight? Whatever.
We don't have money.
We have 390.
It's not often that I see officers from the RCM in my pawn shop. What can I do for you?
His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector, just watching the movement of light across the walls of the shop.
Well, let's say sorry. I feel like I'm interrupting you.
Oh no, not at all. I guess I haven't had many customers lately. RCM or otherwise.
Who are your customers usually?
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travelers, people looking for a deal, people looking for a keepsake. People who are terminally bored. As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from.
Nod.
Quite the collection indeed. Very,
It keeps
middle of
me
the road.
entertained.
Entertained? He might be high. If he is, on what?
Don't you want to know, though? I mean, you don't have to do anything with it, but what if he's high on a crime drug?
Let's ask if he has any guns.
Okay.
Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question. I promptly sold her the gun you pawned
Yes.
a couple days back.
Amazing.
What? Sold? The lieutenant shifts from one foot to another, alert.
Wait, I sold you my gun.
You,
With Kim here too. That just sounded really, really bad.
Really bad, man.
you were adamant about getting rid of it, officer. Said you were undeserving of a service weapon of the Revachol Citizens Militia.
Well,
And I don't like keeping guns around the shop for long. Off the charts photon emissions. The unhealthy kind.
our gun is
He's
not
not
really a
telling you the
plasma
whole story.
blaster.
No.
It seems he's trying to
Or
spare
is
you.
it?
We feel like there's something he's not telling us.
You weren't quite yourself, officer.
What was I like?
You were very distraught. You said the gun was a threat to your life and
Oof.
that you can't trust yourself with it tonight.
Ooh.
And that you need the money. When I said that I don't normally buy firearms, you put the gun barrel in your mouth and sort of sucked on it. Then I agreed to take it.
You sucked on a gun? Good. Very normal.
I don't think you should listen to Pain Threshold on this one. I don't know that that's very normal.
That doesn't sound super normal. Well, it happens to the best of us, I guess. No, okay. How much did we sell the gun for, just out of curiosity?
15 real.
$15?
Yeah,
The
you know,
lieutenant
a
looks
policeman's
from
gun
you to
worth a
Roy,
little bit
and
more than a
then
boombox.
back to you. It's clear that he hopes this tableau might still turn out to be a bad dream. It's not, though. This has got to be the most. Wow. There's pity there, too. In case you didn't notice.
Oh no, we could feel that empathy. You didn't need to spell it out.
Yeah. Let's say we're so sorry that he had to see us in that state, frankly.
No apologies necessary, officer.
Thanks. Was the buyer a police?
Oh.
She didn't seem like a policeman, although she kept referring to herself as a pig, which was odd. I found her interest in the gun a bit obsessive, but I was just happy to get rid of it, and of her. Truth be told, she was terrifying.
Awesome.
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm, issued by the Citizens Militia, And now a civilian is running around the streets of Martinez with it?
Miraculously, his face does not reveal what's happening inside.
Maybe she's a vigilante.
Maybe she is a vigilante.
It's possible in these parts of town. We ought to find her and discourage her from taking justice into her own hands.
Any idea where we can find this buyer?
My apologies, officer, but I have no idea
Whoa,
where
what is
she was
this
coming
light blue?
from or where she went.
I think light blue means our intelligence is weighing in.
A needle and
That's
a
like the
haystack.
first time that's ever
There's
happened.
nothing you can do about it now. You'll just have to hope you luck upon her somehow.
I
This is the
forgot
first
light
time
blue was a color.
our logic has weighed in on its own, and it's just to tell us, oh, we don't know how to do it.
We don't
We're
know how
not
to
good
fucking do
enough.
that. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, come on. Well, now
Now
we
we
know.
know.
Almost. Yeah.
Of course.
We would like to sell something.
Mm,
Let me have a look.
I have a fascinating photo of a corpse.
would you?
Let's check out that pin.
Jean Baptiste summer dinghy rates is 31. What a pleasant time that was.
Aw.
So, what do you want to know? Price? I can give you $3.20 for it.
That's a ripoff.
A pin from 31 ought to be priced at $3.10, but I added another 10 cents just to be nice.
Fair. Can he hold on to it for a few days?
Sure, I can keep it behind the counter for a week, but only if you pawn it right now.
Okay, that's all we need to know,
Sure
apparently.
thing. So, do you want to sell anything?
That's weird. It wouldn't let us sell it.
I think we'll have to go through the.
Oh, I see. Go through the
Interface.
pawn menu.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Are you ready?
Sure.
Oh, goodbye, commemorative pin.
And apparently we can pawn this postcard, so
Yeah.
sure. Why does he want that?
I don't know. Someone's gonna buy a postcard for like $1.50, which is gonna be a lot.
Yeah.
Anything else we would like to do here?
What if we ask him about selling our clothes?
I'm not purchasing any more clothing at the moment,
He looks you up and down quickly.
and especially that tie. It swallows photons around it. I have no need for necrotic objects.
Your mother is a necrotic object! I'm fun! Look at me sparking in the light of the projector!
Oh, that's good. I do want to show him the picture of the corpse, actually.
Oh, no. I don't like those kinds of objects. No sale.
Does he know what the tattoos mean, though?
Aphotic paths, counter-radiance networks, anti-magnetism. It's darkness. That's all I know. Sell me something lighter.
Cool.
That's all we got,
Another
baby.
time, perhaps.
Dang, now I do want to know what he's high on.
Oh! Strange tie incident has dramatically increased our odds of success.
Let's hit it. Come
Okay,
on.
he
Oh my
definitely
God.
is high. Whatever it is, you've probably done it, and many other things besides.
If
But you
we
can't
failed
cut through
with
the jumble
32,
of sensations to
72%.
get to the answer. A guarded man like him wouldn't tell you if you asked out loud.
Out loud. Let's ask about him aiding our investigation, I guess.
I doubt it, but I can try and answer any questions you may have.
You think you could help me get a corpse out of a tree?
The corpse behind the hostel, I assume. I don't have a truck with a mounted platform or anything of that sort myself. Ask around the harbour. There might be some workers there who'd be willing to help.
Do you know anything about the hanging?
I do my best to keep my distance from all manner of butchery. Bad for business. Bad for everyone.
No one likes to see what you have to see every day.
Yeah. That's
The
all we got.
pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed on the dancing colors.
All right, let's go.
And we're out of here.
That was cool when he was like, "No, I assign darkness and light values to things based on whatever I'm high on." It's some good shit.
It's pretty wild. And boy, you have a light sucking tie around your neck.
That seems fine.
That's probably good. Everyone loves a horrific necktie now and again.
Yeah.
Loading. There we go. So I see there is something over here. I'm not even sure what it is. Oh. It's just some spare nosafed.
Neat.
What else we got? There's a dumpster to look at, a thing over there, there's a person.
Maybe the last dumpster we talked to was incredibly helpful, so.
So maybe all dumpsters will be equally helpful?
Mm-hmm.
Oh hey, there's some fingerless gloves in there.
Ew. Get him.
What do we got here? Gasoline-stained fingerless gloves in navy blue. They've been worn threadbare, but being made of wool still provide some warmth and comfort. Your cigarette-stained fingertips will increase your electrochemistry.
Well, sure.
And now you look good.
We look pretty cool.
Yeah. Waterlock out of order until Wednesday, 7:15.
Okay. What day is it?
It's Monday.
I thought it would be Monday.
Yeah.
Alright, let's talk to this rando.
Hey, Rando, you want to help get a corpse out of a tree?
G'day
Maybe
to you,
he'll have
officers.
anti-feminist agendas. We can yell at him.
A burly man hangs out by the waterlock, carving up a generous serving of salami with an old hunter's knife. His eyes are fixed on a man stranded on the other side of the waterlock and on an enormous billboard that has fallen down into the canal between them.
Oh.
His posture is relaxed. Despite his powerful build and the knife in his hand, this man resorts to physical intimidation only infrequently, if at all.
What's you doing here, man on the waterlock?
My friend Barry the Butcher is stuck on the other side of the waterlock. I'm keeping him company and eating his salami.
From the corner of your eye, you see a man in a yellow shirt and grey overalls waving at you from across the canal. He seems disappointed about the wreckage on the waterlock and the salami.
Ah, alas, poor Barry.
Very good stuff. Anything I can do for you, officer?
Does he know what caused the wreckage?
I wasn't here to witness it, but those look like tire tracks on that sign. Weird, huh? Then again, plenty of daredevil drivers in Rivershoal.
The words "daredevil driver" sound ominous to you.
But why would they, Inland Empire?
Too bad it also takes a year and a day to repair anything around here, especially a waterlock. The rest of the coast is closed off till then.
Does he know what's further down the coast?
Well, there's the fishing village, an abandoned fish market, a bizarro church. Not much use to the congregation, though. There always seems to be something wrong with it. Yeah, not really much else. Just bombed out ruins.
Can we have some of the salami?
Sure thing. Want some too, officer?
Why not?
Cute.
Nope. Free salami, I guess.
Yeah, who doesn't want a little slice of salami? I'm vegetarian and I want a little slice of salami.
You know what? That's not even
No
his
good.
salami to give, though, so I don't know how I feel about that.
Well, what's that thingy?
What, this thingy? Ah.
You quick saving
A
after
couple
we
of
got the
indicator
salami.
lights are missing from this control panel. Loose wires dangle from the now vacant holes. In the middle is a lever. Beneath it, a small metal plaque. This panel usually closes the waterlock, turning it into a bridge that lets you cross the canal. But there's a crashed salmon and butter sign in the way. Pulling the lever probably won't do anything.
Let's just go then. Also, visual calculus has an intense image.
Oh, visual calculus is one of my favorites. Oof. Love this
Yowza.
fella. Yowza babowza.
Wow.
I mean, it's
With
no
our
drama.
one in intellect.
Drama is my good friend.
Drama sounds real good. Yeah, if I played this through again, we could do like a drama and or an intellect and motorics.
Oh yeah, that would be nice.
Just get the two we don't have now.
I'm gonna look at this little orb.
Sure.
Butter sign down. Okay.
Really hoping that turns out to be our fault. Oh,
Oh. We can examine it.
let's.
A crumpled billboard reading, Samaran butter soaks in the canal. Two ugly lines mar the bright countenance of the blonde boy depicted.
Sure. Let's reconstruct what happened.
Judging by the size
Oh my
of the
God.
impact and the parallel lines of burnt rubber, the cause was probably a motor vehicle.
Holy shit.
Wowzers.
Visual calculus is cool.
Visual calculus is awesome.
That's so cool.
Shall we go down the line?
Let's go down the line.
Side slip marks indicated that the vehicle was traveling up the crater at 35 kilometers an hour. The black marks on the roof indicate that the vehicle vaulted from the crater to the roof of the shack.
Somebody is an action hero.
The panel served as a takeoff ramp. The vehicle soared through the air, hitting the billboard and upsetting the posts. Then it continued its flight, taking the billboard with it. The sign broke the vehicle's fall into the canal. Still speeding, the vehicle made a loop and vanished into the fog along the coast.
Wild.
But what was the model of this phantom vehicle?
There are two good candidates, the Caprice 40 and the Linear G22.
Why those?
It's about the right size, and the tire marks look like they came from the skinny tires frequently found on that motor carriage.
But why the Linnea G22?
Very sturdy but light motor carriage. More likely than most to survive that jump. You'd have to
What
follow
now?
the tracks to be sure.
Okay.
The lieutenant looks on, waiting for you to wrap up your analysis.
Oh,
Cool.
he has something to say to us.
Yeah, of course that would be something he's interested in.
Any theories about what happened here?
Looks like someone was in a real hurry. Reckless traffic hooliganism. Some top shelf shenanigans. I want to meet the driver and shake their hand. I'm hitting a bug where I cannot scroll down to see the remainder of Kim's dialogue, but I don't
Interesting.
care.
Well,
and
let's-
it's not really our probably business.
Let's do 3.
I want to meet the driver and shake her hand. Of course.
Yeah.
Because we're inexplicably feminist, so maybe we
Uh-huh.
assume all good drivers are ladies.
What kind
I
of
think
car
it's
do
the
you think it was?
Q340.
You think it's the Capri 40?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's quite likely, from what I can tell.
Do you
We have some ideas? How would we? Let's say it anyway.
Oh,
It had to be someone really cool and courageous.
That's true.
Or someone dangerous connected to the murder. Or we need more evidence.
Let's say that it's someone cool and courageous.
I suppose that narrows it down somewhat. Fortunately, we are not traffic cops. Should we get back to the murder?
We're gonna bring the
Let's
driver
move
to
on.
justice. Moving on?
We want to shake the driver's hand, not bring her to justice.
Very well. I don't think there's much more we can do around here, although, God, that was such a good visual calculus. When visual calculus
my
succeeds,
gosh.
it's the best.
It's really cool. It's like a whole different flavor of good than what you get from succeeding at the psychic stuff. Alright, who's this?
This guy.
Let the goods do the talking.
Let the goods do the talking, officer.
We are flush with
You
cash
see
now.
a
We've got like
simmering street
$5.
vendor surrounded by a motley assemblage of goods. When he realizes you're looking at him, his face breaks into a wide, welcoming grin. The
Look at the blue
name
background.
Sileng is embroidered over his breast pocket.
You have to make a perception check for that.
Everything's cool here.
What's so cool?
Everything's cool. The goods are cool. The customers are cool. The place is cool. And one more thing, officer.
From out on the bay, a cool wind gathers. It sweeps into the
Thank you,
city,
Shivers.
tugging at the textiles hanging around the stand. Some distance away, the sound of a tin can clattering across the street can be heard.
You're very cool. Bang, 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 bang.
Really? You think I'm cool?
Oh, yes. You got style. You got personal style. You know what you like. You like premium menswear. Look around and browse. Everything looks cool on a guy like you. Take your time.
I love this guy.
Don't be distracted by the flattery and funny man act. Questions.
Just made him to give you some money.
8%. This is not likely to occur, but you can certainly.
Let's try it. That's what a cool guy would do.
No need to dress this one up. Just tell him what you want.
I want your money now.
Oh, okay. But why, officer?
I don't know. It was just the only thing I could come up in my head to ask you.
Ah, yes. Money is very important.
He gets it.
Are you trying to ask for a
Doing a
bribe?
very good job.
If so, you're not doing a very good job.
Sorry, detective.
That's the worst.
Where's he from?
Where are you from?
Me? It's a boring story, officer. Who cares about the past? I'm all business now. All revolution.
Do we want to be the kind of person who really presses someone with the "but where are you from, really"?
No. That sucks. Let's just say sounds good.
Okay.
Very cool. I like your style, officer.
What kind of stuff is he selling?
Only the coolest goods in Revachol. I've got sneakers, speakers, extremely comfy pants too. Try them on right here. No shame, only freedom.
Where'd he get those comfy pants?
I'm an entrepreneur, officer. I've got sources, buyers, suppliers, distributors, manufacturers, wholesalers, all extremely cool and above board.
D says the number of times this game allows you to be racist is higher than 0.
Ooh, yeah, higher than 0 is one way to put it. I have not had the heart yet to do a full racist playthrough, but by God, you sure could.
Yoicks.
Yeah.
Does he have a cool officer discount?
No need for discounts at ceilings, officer. Everything's already on sale. Anything you want, 50% off.
Oh, think that's good. I'm glad that it does make it clear that you are 100% being racist.
Yeah, no, as far as games that explicitly allow you to be fascist and racist and awful go, it's pretty good at letting you know that you shouldn't.
Yeah, that's nice. All right, that's all then.
Okay.
Anything for you.
I mean, could be selling without a permit, but whatever. I guess we don't care about crime anymore.
Correct. We do not care.
Oh, okay.
We care about pursuing our inexplicable feminist agenda.
So
Can we actually buy anything?
No, we didn't buy anything, but we could.
Oh, comfy pants.
Wait. Why can I not look at his stuff? Game? For some reason, it does not want us to interface with his stuff right now.
Can we interface with anything? What about, like, the fountain from earlier?
These people are selectable. Bench. The car.
Okay.
Whatever.
Try the
I guess.
bench.
Huh?
See if we can have a nice sit.
The
Ah,
worn
try
and
opening
beaten
and closing the
wooden
menu,
planks on
says
the
he.
bench do not
Ah.
look overly comforting.
Okay. I will go back again now.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
Hey, it worked!
Hey!
Do we want to look at his crap, or
Sure. Excuse me, his cool merchandise.
his cool merchandise? Okay. Very vital
There's a
to
pile
our
of cheap
job is
sunglasses
to
in a
see this
small
box of
box. A
sunglasses.
variety
Yeah,
of shapes and
sunglasses are
colors.
cool, guys. Have we bought the
You like
shoes? We found our
sunglasses,
old
officer?
shoes.
I've got the latest styles right here.
Stylish shades, huh? They'd be even more stylish if you paid for them with net worth. Go over and ask
What
him.
does that even mean, Cephalothere?
Unclear. Let's rummage.
These are all boring. Boring third-rate ho-hum sunglasses made of cheap Syrahese plastic. The kind of plastic that melts in the sun.
These are all first-rate sunglasses. Premium design, super material, very cool. UV resistant. These will definitely keep your eyes safe and cool while doing your dangerous police work.
A formidable conceptualization.
Odds
Let's
are
try it. Yo!
What?
Solving murders and wearing cool shades, baby. We don't care about the odds.
A pair of water blue shades? Sub-insulindic rendezvous? Frame hand carved
Oh,
out of
very
bone.
interesting choice, officer.
Out of
Very high culture.
This is how a sea monster sees the world. You've become a sea monster. Giant, hidden, and strangely tender at heart. All is blue. Yes, but they also make your soul quiver like jello. So deep.
Wow.
I love the
officer.
collusion.
You look so cool.
Hell
They can be
yes.
yours for a mere 3 real. My regular customers have passed them all up because they've got no taste. But you found them.
What do you think, Kim?
The lieutenant tilts his head and steps back, eyes narrowed.
I respect
in a
that he is
thorough
taking it
examination.
seriously,
It's a
which is
case to
great.
him.
You look like a musician. Like a blind musician. But you could do worse. Take them if you want.
Get the cool ones.
Okay,
It's only almost all of our net worth.
it's so basically Lena has given you her pin, her prized pin that you have pawned and
That
bought,
she owned for 20 years.
and you are going to
A
buy
man who knows his
these
style.
sunglasses.
Much
That's
respect.
accurate, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna put them on. Let's take a look at these.
Really should have looked at what they did with their stats first.
Oh no, they increase your inland empire. And
Oh,
they
hell, with the... It gives us a sea monster's soul?
yes.
This game is very good.
There we are. How do we look?
Pretty good?
Pretty good. Perception, you know what? Perceiving things is not part of a cop's agenda.
Okay, we're going to buy the pin back, D. It's only day one. But yes, we are absolutely a monster.
We're not great. We're
A
not
sea
good
monster.
people. A sea monster. We have a sea monster's soul. Do we keep poking around, or do we move on our merry way? Like, can we accomplish anything more valuable with Selig than getting these fantastic glasses?
I feel like no. Also, we're out of money.
We have $5.30, 5 real to our name.
Yeah, I feel really bad about selling that pin.
All right.
If it comes down to solving the murder or getting her pin back, it's the pin.
So,
Skipping the car because we don't care about being good police.
I mean, we could use the headlights to look at our thing.
No, feminist agenda. Feminist agenda.
Okay. Okay.
Somehow. We haven't
head
talked to a woman in forever.
Well, she's a woman, I think.
Hit it.
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with?
Oh, she looks cute. I like her yellow. She sounds surprised.
We don't see a lot of police around here. That's all.
We have some questions for you.
Of course. What can I help you with?
What is this fuck the police business?
Yeah.
Excuse me?
She's uncomfortable. Maybe you should drop this line of questioning.
Let's say never mind.
She shifts in her seat awkwardly.
We need directions.
Of course. Where to?
Oh, wow. Okay, let's go through all of them.
Where am I?
What do you mean?
We're a bit disoriented.
Yes, sir. District of Martinez. This intersection is called Roundabout North.
He knows where we are. He just wants directions.
What's up in the north?
There's the pier, the Cape Side apartment buildings, some more tenements. Not a lot, really.
Wish I could remember
The harbor
what we got
gates,
from
some
our
kind of
shivers.
commotion, I
Oh,
think.
yeah.
I don't follow the local politics. A fleet store, too. Some shops and a bridge. The canal bridge leads to the coast, but it's broken, I think. Some kind of accident, probably.
Oh, we know all about that, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
Just coast. There's a little fishing village there, and a fish market. But that got closed down ages ago.
Rows of stalls under a broad roof, where silvery fish were heaped on newspapers. Water, water everywhere, pouring from the heavens in the shadow of the old church.
Oh, we should shake
What
off this
kind of fish
cold
market?
spell. Okay.
No, we never
I don't
shake off
know.
our shivers.
The abandoned kind? It used to gather every spring, but there's nothing to do there now. Just drug addicts.
And what's to the west?
What's in the
It's
west?
just water. No, actually, I think they call it the Martinez Inlet. There are some islands in the bay, but they're hard to reach.
In the west is the miracle.
Inland? What? You want to expound on that, baby?
In the west is the island empire.
Oh.
No problem.
Who is she?
Me? I am just a gardener.
Cool. What's she doing?
I'm working.
You're just sitting there, ma'am.
I have a greenhouse in the yard there. I've been trying to get some work done.
There's discomfort. She stops mid-sentence.
Go on, it's okay.
As you probably know, There's a corpse hanging from a tree there. It smells pretty bad, so I have to take breaks.
Don't worry, miss. We are here to clean it up. You can get to work soon.
Thank you. My head is about to explode from all the salts I've had to inhale.
We've investigated the body.
Shouldn't be long. It's not going to take like 5 more days to get it down.
Oh, okay. Thanks for keeping me in the know, sir.
All right, we gotta run.
Of course. I won't hold you back.
Her gloves. You get the feeling that you need them. You have a dead body to deal with after all.
Can we borrow her gloves?
Sure, keep them. I have another pair.
Neat.
We got some sweet new gloves.
This would have been
gardening
handy when we
gloves.
were digging through the trash.
So now, this is our first like clothing choice that we have to make. Yellow
Yeah.
gardening gloves, fingerless gloves.
Definitely the gardening gloves.
We don't
The
actually
one
want.
thing, extremely stylish.
Yeah. Oh god, those look so bad. But
Matches our yellow pants.
I guess. All right.
CT says gardening gloves are way cool.
The gardening gloves are super. They're pretty useful. Yeah. And you know what? Interfacing on the whole is pretty useful.
And we're terrible at it, so
And
we
we're
could
really
really
bad
use
at
any
it.
boost we can get.
Yeah.
Does that count as boosting it for the purpose of, like, succeeding a check we failed before?
I don't believe it does. Where was that interfacing we checked? That was our ledger. We can double check that if we want.
Oh yeah! Try to open our ledger again.
It's right in our pocket. But I think we actually
Good
have to put
remembering
points
that.
in. Yeah, no, we
It's
have
the
to.
ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board, with the permeables drawer inside.
I mean, we have a couple of skill points if we wanted to just bop your fingers a little bit. Just get your finglies fingling. It's your call. We're right here.
All right here.
I've already
I mean,
selected it.
we could quick save, do it, and then try, and then if it doesn't work, load.
No, that is cheating.
That's the
not
dark
allowed.
path.
Yeah.
Okay, let's not then.
Okay. Well,
God, our
let's
esprit de
do
corps is
one
6.
thing that I'm going to request, and that is take a real quick break because one of us, I'm not naming names, but it's me, has to pee super bad. Oh, thank you. Yeah. They're octagons, and they are slightly tinted pink, so I get to pretend I'm wearing eyeshadow, even when I'm way too lazy to put it on. Thank you. I'm going to pee. You got a vamp.
That's an excellent point. My mic was muted because we normally have to use a very convoluted setup whereby I'm talking to Lara in Discord so that my voice comes through on her computer so that you all can hear it without there being 2 of me at the same time. It's extremely wild. So yes, I normally would go through and vamp by doing something like reading the descriptions of the different emotions and things on the game menus, but I can't because that's only on Lara's side. I don't actually own this game, which is why we have to do this weird setup. Oh, thank God. I was about to go like read a random Wikipedia page or something.
Ah, okay. Sorry, it was one of them emergencies. Hey.
You want to play some Disco Elysium?
Let's let's do this. Back in action. Sorry about the interruption, folks. But
30-second interruption.
we did get to talk about my very cool glasses, which is
They're very cool.
thank you.
Are they new?
They're I got them like a month or so ago, but I have two pairs of glasses now, so I switch between them.
Thank
Because
God. I was gonna. If I have not noticed that when we've been on like a bunch of stuff together, I would feel really bad.
You were physically in my apartment, like we were face to face this month.
Were you wearing those glasses?
I'd probably not.
Oh, thank God.
Okay.
Okay. All right. We need to pursue this feminist agenda before it friggin' expires.
Oh, it's not going to expire. It's going to internalize.
Oh,
will be-
okay. Well, we
yeah.
need to get better at it.
It will become permanent in how much time is left?
An hour.
An hour, 2 minutes. And I don't know what it's going to teach me. Like I've never had an inexplicable feminist agenda before.
Pursue that agenda.
Well,
Let's go.
What's more feminist, West or East?
I think they said that there was a dock worker negotiator or like a company negotiator who was like a cool lady.
Yes.
So that sounds promising.
Okay.
We want to go find a strong woman and learn from her, as all good feminists should.
I definitely did
Who are
just start heading west with my memory of where this person is. So there's your first hint.
Let's do it.
Okay. We've got this zone over here. There is a 12-year-old girl. She might be the union negotiator.
Let's talk to her, sure.
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open.
Hi.
Are you interested in a new and exciting book?
Yes, actually.
Not an option.
Boo, what kind of store is it?
It's a bookstore, sir. We sell books, postcards, and some board games. It's called Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold your horses, little girl.
We have failed.
What is a book?
Don't be ridiculous. I know all these things.
We do not.
What are we asking about first?
We're asking about what is a book.
What is a book?
That is a book. They have stories inside them. It's like someone told you a story in a really long letter.
Yes, I love this child. What's a postcard?
A postcard is a small cardboard picture. You can write a few words on the other side and send it to your friend or beloved.
She is unfazed by your questions. She would consider it impolite to point out any perceived weirdness.
What is a board game?
Board game?
Board games are like little games on a table, made to pass the time. There are several different ones, but sailors here mostly buy cards.
Interesting, thanks.
Thanks.
My pleasure. Anything else you'd like to know?
We got experience from learning what a book is.
We've learned what a book is. Good for us.
Is it interesting if we ask you some questions? What's your opinion on the Kyriarchy?
Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books.
What's her name?
My name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Plaisance. She owns the store. She's inside minding the register or organising the stock. Feel free to step in and
Gazes
browse
at the
our
window
wares.
and then jolts. Why are you standing out here in the cold?
Why are you out here in the
I'm
cold?
signalling that the store is open. Otherwise, people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance, and biographies of famous people.
A sudden gush of wind turns the pages of the books on the counters. She covers her face, smiling. But she's cold.
We can be condescending. We can
Yes.
threaten to dismantle the free market.
Love that.
We could.
Let's
be
ask
boring.
if we can help her being cold.
Yeah, okay.
Kind
We
of
have
you
a spare
to
pair
offer,
of
sir.
gasoline-soaked gloves.
What could you do to help her anyway?
You could have a word with the store owner.
Yeah.
Or let her learn the value
Nope.
of hard work.
Nope.
Okay. That one.
Yeah.
Oh, no, sir. I'm happy to help Mum by luring in customers. Besides, I have some hot juice in my vacuum bottle to keep warm.
We need to go buy a scarf.
We need to set the building on fire. That will give her the warmth she needs.
What is crime, though?
What is crime, though?
Crime fiction is about murders or burglaries or things like that, and the work of a policeman or a private detective who's trying to solve a crime and catch the criminals.
Ah, crime murder gets the people going.
And it's kind of like a puzzle, too. You can guess who the criminal is or how the good guys are going to catch him.
I'm a policeman myself, by the way.
You don't look much like a policeman.
I mean...
Yeah, okay.
Didn't mean to offend, sir. Sorry, sir.
Oh.
It's just that you don't look like Dick Mullen.
Oh, Dick Mullen. Yeah.
Let's point to our head, the part of our body we use the least.
Head?
It's your
Yes.
head.
No, it's your soul. Your blue soul.
Oh, no thank you, authority.
No, your resilience.
This is the choice we have to make.
Well, let's say that it's our soul then, I guess.
The Mullen guy looks like a Hampelmann? I don't even know what that means.
I'm not sure I understand.
Policeman's gotta have the right stuff.
no.
Oh, golly.
Our authority has taken over.
I don't
If
like
you
this.
say so, sir. He's just a fictional character. He's no match for your soul.
Man, Annette handles
Cute, okay.
everything
Maybe
so
you can
much
show
better.
me some real police work, sir. Like in the books.
What is romance?
What is romance?
It's the type of book where there's a rich lady and she has to choose between the good man and the bad man. Or there could be a story about a poor lady getting a rich man. It's about man and lady business, sir.
What about a poor man getting a rich lady? Feminism.
Yeah.
It happens, but usually the guy gets rich in the process. Or should actually be rich himself, but has lost his family property unjustly, like during the revolution or something.
I
Those
see.
are unhappy books, for most of the pages. People sad about what they have lost, but then it all turns out just fine in the end.
What about when both the men are bad?
These are not very common. You can't have a choice between bad and bad. Nobody wants to read a story like that.
What if it's really well?
Yeah.
Well, maybe then it's fine. Maybe if the lady then decides not to pick either, because she doesn't need a bad man. Yes, that would be interesting.
I
There
support
we
that
go.
choice, Annette. Yeah.
What about when everyone is poor?
That's really not a proper romance story. That's more like everyday life.
Sometimes you have to write about real life things.
Not in romance books, sir. These are about nice and pretty people, and everyone is happy in the end.
What about a book where it doesn't work out?
I haven't read many of those. Maybe you should ask Mum.
You think she has something about an excruciatingly painful breakup?
I don't think it's a romance story if the main characters break up, though.
Scarred for life, phantom limbs.
No, I don't know.
You can take this. Blossom like a pain flower.
Oh god! Well, we have one option.
Oh no.
It drags on for years and years with no resolution in sight.
The girl is at a loss for words.
Too filling with resentment. in bitterness for having ruined each other's lives.
She shifts and sways on her feet, looking confused and uncomfortable.
Each of you tearing at the other's innards, leaving a gaping emptiness, a vacuum heart that still hurts ceaselessly.
I'm sorry, sir. I don't know how to help you.
I'm beyond help, right?
Sir,
Oof.
sorry, sir. I'm still little. I don't. I can't.
I'm
I'm
so sorry, Annette.
It's time to leave it be. You're about to make a child cry. Are you proud of yourself?
We got a bit carried away there. Let's back up out of this. She's like, yes, please. That's enough romance.
That's enough romance
Maybe
for
some
me.
about other.
I'm only little.
I'm only little. Do we want to traumatize the child some more? We could try and do a deduction.
Let's try and do a deduction.
The girl keeps her hands folded, hidden. Why is that?
Why do you keep your hands folded?
What do you mean, sir?
She knows where this is going.
We can back
You
out.
don't need to be worried. We're here to help.
She looks around anxiously. Her hands remain folded in front of her. She doesn't want to show them.
Goodness.
The lieutenant stands by, looking at the two of you with little interest. A facade of true professionalism. He is far more intrigued by the situation than his poise reveals.
It's okay.
It's okay.
She brings out her reddened hands, her nails frayed, nearly chewed down to the flesh.
And bite your nails.
And you knew this from me keeping my hands folded?
There were a few other hints.
Well, that proves nothing. Anyone could do an easy deduction like that.
She actually is impressed. This is more like a defensive reflex.
Oh my god, challenge her to deduce something about us? That's awesome.
Here we go.
You're quite sober.
Thank you?
The lieutenant does not flinch at the comment. He does not flinch even a single bit. He is intensely not flinching. It takes effort.
How does she know we're usually not?
Because you usually aren't.
And we're sad and our head hurts.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, sir. I hope things get better soon.
There she stands, swaying on her feet, assaulted by the early spring breeze. She smiles at you. The whole situation suddenly feels familiar, somehow.
What?
Why
Does this feel familiar?
Because you know each other.
Oh,
She's been
thank
talking
God.
to you so openly because you've talked before.
You know me? We've met before?
Yes, I stand in this spot all the time.
Oh,
You've
this
been
is so
running around
cute.
all week without your shirt on, sir, apologising to everyone. I don't really understand what you've done wrong.
Did we talk to her?
Of course, you stopped by a few times. You certainly look better than the last time I saw you.
Thanks, I'm trying.
Yeah, I can see. You don't have party eyes anymore.
Party eyes.
Party eyes. Yes, of course. That makes sense.
I'm not surprised children have seen you running around with party eyes on, he thinks. Not at all.
You know,
Party
like a
eyes?
cat in the dark, all big and wide-eyed. It certainly looks odd on a man.
The swiveling eyes of a loony drug addict. That is what she meant. You were probably gurning too. Fuck yeah. You should get some party eyes right now. Snap those sequins on you, boy.
Does that mean I've been partaking in narcotics?
Oh,
Wow,
baby,
we're just gonna
that's not
say
what
that.
you have to worry about. Worry about the important thing.
I guess why didn't she tell us she knew us? Not that that's a thing you say to
Didn't know I
people.
had to do that.
Thanks, I've learned something about myself today.
I'm glad I could help you, sir.
All right. Should we move on, or are we gonna keep bothering?
We should
this
probably
poor
move
kid?
on, yeah.
So, there is a bookshop if we wanted to go inside, or we can keep on trooping down this way.
Maybe they'll have a feminism book.
Okay. Or do we want to see what the books on the outside are?
Oh, let's do that, yeah.
I don't know if any of them are. The book has a rose pistol and half-naked dame on its cover. On the cover stands a very muscular man, surrounded by flames. This book, about pate. This is a book about pate. This book, you don't really understand what it's about, nor does it seem important. A book about Boyadero culture. It promotes freedom and roaming upstream. A book about the future. The government reads your mind using radio technology.
Awesome.
Alright. Shall we?
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm kind of sad we don't know why she bites her nails still. But it was more fun to have her turn the tables on us.
Yeah. And we learned about our party eyes. We learned that we may have partaken in a narcotic, so...
Which we could have inferred, but now we know.
But now we know.
Like a good detective.
Welcome to the world of books. Got shelves upstairs, got a shelf down here, shelf over there, stuff to look at, curtain, lady.
Let's look at all the books first.
Okay. What got over here?
You know what I'm like in a bookshop, apparently.
The National Recipes of Arda. They are all about lake trout. Old sports magazines tucked away in a dark corner.
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for all ages. A lot of shelf space seems to be taken up by Wirral-related merchandise.
What's Wirral-related merchandise?
Well, let's look through the pile.
An endless variety of source books, lore books, and codices litter the table. The topmost book is titled Welkin Compendium, 2nd edition.
Yes.
There's also a large hardbound tome with intricate cover art, The Hunters of Catawak, Boreal Creature Compendium, and a Pick Your Path adventure game book titled Tales of Wirral, Cavern of Velkrag.
Anything that really catches my eye?
There's a box that says Wirral, 3rd edition Mega Setting Supplements Module. The side panel notes, a fantastique adventure board game, new maps and miniatures. A sticker on it displays 25 real. Nonsense for anemic Beano-clods.
Shut up, physical instrument.
Yeah, I'm pro Binoclard, so...
You can spend 25 real on that.
Yeah.
When we sold our gun for 12.
Uh-huh.
What board games do you have here, Storekeep?
Wonderful board games, sir. The Viticulturist is a classic for sure, or perhaps you'd like Archipelagos of Insulinda, a very educational game for those interested in geography. Raubritter is a fun game of economic competition, but can get quite intense after a while. We have games for the whole family. You can play with your children.
Who are you going to play board games with? Do you have friends or family?
Do I have friends?
Do I have friends?
Looking at the lieutenant. Will you play board games with us, Camp?
Are you actually friends? Or just colleagues thrown together by circumstance?
We don't feel as if we have any
I
kids.
don't feel that we have...
Friends are technically like family. For playing with friends, I'd recommend Suzerainty. It's a civilization building game where you build a civilization, then set off to brutally colonize and repress other civilizations. It'll cost 12 real.
So 1 gun's
What
worth
about the
of
Wirral
games.
games?
Lousy auras there. No, role-playing games are popular among those types. You know, who are into those kind of things. Personally, I don't like it. Not at all.
Oh, I understand what
She's
you mean,
not a
Prism.
Pinochlard.
Role-playing games?
I've
No,
heard they
thank
turn
you.
people into occult enthusiasts. That they have rituals where they try to summon entities. Highly immoral stuff. You can still buy them, though.
Let's leave.
Yeah. Now more than ever, I want to buy the Wirral game. What else we got?
The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular, sword-wielding barbarian on the cover. Nearly all the titles contain the word Hyundal somewhere.
True.
Rows and rows of Hyundala men blur your vision. You make out some titles. Man from Hyundal and the Mammoth Riders. Man from Hyundal, Return to Hyundal. And the solipsistic Man from Hyundal and the Hyundal Man.
Good God, how many are there?
Maybe 100. Man from Hyundal and the sages at the end of the world. Man from Hyundal and the false god. Man from Hyundal and the scorched earth. Man from Hyundal, the Hyundal colonies. Man from Hyundal and the swamp beast. Man from Hyundal and the snow crabs.
They had
Those
so
snow
much
crabs
fun
are
with
worse
this.
than they sound.
Is that all?
Not even close. Man from Hyundal in hell. Man from Hyundal and the forest of slaves. Man from Hyundal under the lake. Man from Hyundal, Hyundal burning. There's even the Trial of Death, a pastoral combat game book set in the world of Hyundala Man, and so much more.
Pain threshold.
Pain. I love that we need to use our pain threshold to pick out what is the least painful of these for me, I guess?
Or the most painful?
A twinge at the back of your head
Yes.
makes you flinch. Your eye starts twitching.
Ow.
Your hand reaches toward a book with glossy cover art of the very muscular Man from Hyundal in chains, kneeling in front of a staircase leading to a throne. A woman sits on the throne, glaring at the man. She's laughing at him, belittling him. Between the throne and the Hyundala Man lies a bonfire, casting shadows on the wall. The shadow of the woman's headdress looks like a pair of devil horns. The title reads, Man from Hyundal and the Devil Woman.
Storekeep, this book is misogynistic.
How can
There
you
we go.
peddle such filth?
The entire series is also endearingly racist, if I may add.
Oh, sirs, I know. This really isn't representative of our values, but the store has to cater to its customers.
Does it, though?
The display rack before you is burdened under piles of Man from Hyundal novels.
9 real. Let's ask about the Muscle Man books.
Oh, Man from Hyundal. A very popular series of adventure novels. They're awfully immoral and violent books.
Why are
Why are they
Blood and
so
violence,
popular?
scantily clad women, epic narratives, all those mystical things he encounters. They're bound to grab those with little imagination and nothing to do.
That doesn't sound like something I'd be interested
At
in.
last, someone sensible. However, I still urge you to buy one. Can't judge a book by the cover, they say. If you're a novice of the series, I'd recommend Hyundala Man, the Man from Hyundal. It's supposed to be a good introduction to the series.
Let's go.
Let's go. Yeah. No. Well, I mean, we can't afford it.
We can't afford anything. We're just here to pursue our feminist agenda.
Yeah.
Which I feel like we actually did a little
We
bit there.
did. We succeeded. What do we got over here?
These shelves are overburdened with books from the same series. You see the name Dick Mullen over and over.
Let's look through the display. He doesn't have a sea
Crime
monster
fiction
soul.
is a disgrace. An asinine misrepresentation of the physical attributes of the arduous everyday work of actual police officers. These
Yeah,
books
like talking to
greatly
corpses with your
overstate the
psychic
excitement of
powers.
police
Yeah.
work, glossing over how long it takes to actually follow up on leads and eliminate dead ends. Furthermore, They have no idea how hard it is to simply remove a body from a tree.
Wow, Endurance looks like a man from Hjelmdal.
Yeah, kinda.
What's more, they completely ignore the psychological hardships of year after year coming into contact with people during the worst days of
I
their
don't know.
lives.
I don't think we feel like someone who's endured psychological hardships.
Not a single
No.
mention of all the stress this work creates upon the officer's family. Detective fiction just doesn't tell the truth at all. Now, would you like a list of all the books found on the shelf?
Obviously, I'll listen to this game list books all day.
You see, Dick Mullen on the job. Get me Mullen. The stalwart adventures of Richard P. Mullen. Dick Mullen and the murder in the orchard. The sordid affair of Dick Mullen. A
I'm
killing
assuming
is
his middle name
declared.
is Penis.
Dick Mullen in the murder
Presumably.
house. The final case of Dick Mullen. An obvious lie. Dick Mullen in the clock tower. The ordeals of Dick Mullen. Dauntless Dick. Dick Mullen's funeral pyre. The murder of Dick Mullen.
Dick Mullen dies?
Oh no, turns out he faked it to solve a case.
There any more?
Yes, there's also the dame who did it. Farewell, my Mullen. Faking death seems to be a common trope in the Mullen series. The morbid tales of Dick Mullen. A dark tide turns. Tragedy calls for Dick Mullen. Another one with fake death. And, of course, Dick Mullen, the murderer. In order to catch a murderer, Dick Mullen must become the murderer. Come on, this is not the way real police solve crimes. The real police are some 20 kilometers away, sitting in an armored motor carriage.
Come on, Chester. Tell
Yes.
the story again.
What?
Again? Man, I tell that one at least once a month. It's not that interesting.
Oh, he loves telling the story, you can tell.
The fuck it is. And these guys haven't heard it. You see, Chester here.
And that's as far as you want to go with the line read? Okay. Chester faked his own death once.
Gosh, why?
A very fucking dangerous case, ain't that right, Chester? They almost got you that time.
Yeah, sure came close. All right, so I was tailing this guy called Francis the Shoe.
The inside of the motor carriage is thick with cigarette smoke. Outside, it starts to
After
rain.
all this, you still haven't found the answer to the one question that matters. Who is Dick Mullen?
Who is Dick Mullen?
Your quick eye notices a small caterpillar crawling across the spine of a book. The title reads, Dick Mullen and the Mistaken Identity. A worn paperback from Dick Mullen's classic hard-boiled phase. The premise seems to be that Dick Mullen is framed for the murder of his best friend and has just a few days to prove his innocence.
Why does
Why
this
does this speak to
me?
Could it be the motifs of unstable identities and shocking betrayals?
That's probably right.
Then this is the book for you.
$7.99. We cannot afford it.
God, we need money.
Yeah. Shall we move on?
Ugh. Let's ask the storekeep.
Okay.
Oh, crime, robberies, murders, even sexual crimes. We're fortunate to have Dick Mullen and his stories to sort all that out. You're a,
This one sounds
a police
especially
officer,
heinous.
apparently. You should buy all of these. They really do teach a person how to be a proper detective.
Love her hard sell.
She is hustling every day.
Yep.
A quaint picture book brochure.
If you gave her $50, she'd use it to buy tomatoes.
Oh God, what that?
Wait,
Also,
did that say?
yeah, Tome of Fascist Magic. Nothing more we can do with that.
Good.
The plaque on the shelf reads, Biographies of Famous People. You see a large variety of names, none of which ring a bell.
Nothing rings a bell.
Look through the display. Yeah, we don't know what books
Browsing
are.
through all the books with all their names makes your head spin. None of these seem important or relevant. It's all vapid vapid egoism. Suddenly,
Wow, that wasn't even a failed
particularly
check.
odd title catches your eye. It reads, High-Speed Love, the tragic true love story of Jacob Irv and Alfie Delatraz, by one Cecilia Averbrook. High-Speed Love chronicles the romance between two of the finest tip-top tourney racers in history. One of them is the madcap driver, Jacob Irv. His blonde mane graces the cover. Next to Irv's life story, you see a slim biography of an Occidental rock star called the Anti-Star. He's famous for shooting morphine into one of his eyeballs and cocaine into the other.
Goodness.
Don't get any ideas, Electric
Next to
Chemistry.
that, Rivasholian radio personality Guillaume Bevy stands in front of a rundown drug den. He's a permanent fixture on Channel 8, reporting on real-life crime and ruining cops' days.
I really must insist you buy one of the books. Reading them is not for free. Do still browse, though, but not too long.
She understands she has erred against the customer and immediately corrects course.
I'm sorry, I did not mean to rush you. You are browsing. Go ahead. Take your time. Time is commerce.
Thing she doesn't know, we have no money. Anything of note?
I would say... The Greatest Innocence. Yes, most certainly. It's an important educational tool, delving into the depths of history, religion, and their relation to innocentic power.
What is an innocence?
A very influential historical figure. But surely I don't have to tell you that. You're a law officer, and law officers have at least some education.
We certainly do.
The book is also very daring. The author aims to re-examine the universal understandings of the innocentic system, creating a fresh vantage point and a shift in the tired order of things.
So you recommend it?
So you recommend it?
Certainly. It's prudent for a person to have at least an elementary understanding of history and society. Imagine the chaos we'd be in otherwise.
You feel like you should get this one. Definitely. It's important somehow. There's something personal inside.
Oh my god, and we can afford it. It's only $4.70.
Let's put a pin in that.
Okay. Okay.
Maybe do a quick save.
We're
kind of want to go
saving
talk to her.
For sake. You don't want to keep looking? You want to go down and talk to her?
I don't want to get on her bad side by having a terrible opinion or something.
I don't think you can get on her bad side.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Also,
I was like, is she going to get mad at us?
No.
Because I do
Several
want to
maps
eventually
have been
convince her to be
a
nicer to
bulletin
her
board
daughter.
hidden inside the alcove. They're held up by small pins. The board has come loose from one corner.
There's a map wall.
The
We don't
maps
get maps,
look
right?
old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulinda, a map of Revachol, and a map of Martinez.
Let's hit it.
This large map displays archipelagos. You see a constellation of small dots on the light blue emptiness of the Insulindic Ocean. The largest in the northeast is La Caillou. You are here. Another, far away in the southwest, Seminese Islands, Ile de Fantôme. Ozon, Laurentide, Fas a la Mer, Archipelagos, North Arcade Islands, all just specks of dust on the vastness of the Insulindic. On the edges of the map, the color fades into a blur of dotted lines, black and white. In the northeast, a dust mite stands on the north coast of Caillou in a bookstore. It's you. Radiating outwards from you, the suzerain Revachol, with a radius of 80 kilometers. Still, the crown jewel of this Isola would be barely visible.
Squint.
Can you see the cities?
You can, on Caillou, Revachol, a single black star, on Ozon, Fondelier, and Vilmandu, on archipelagos, Croyan Moran, Villiers, on Seminine, Olduvai, and on Laurentide, Deora of the Seven Seas.
Whoa.
Lost little pearls of light, tiny fires in the dark. The ocean breaks apart into a tangle of cosigns and azimuths, all pointing into pale nothingness. Muindi is the north azimuth. Grad is the northeast azimuth. Samara is the east azimuth. Seo is the west azimuth. Isolas, they're called. Connections to other worlds. Words past the Insulindian, unknown to you. You only know you've never been there. You have little idea
Encyclopedia.
what they are. Distant stars, gods, but looking at them makes you feel almost non-existent. Whatever they are, the Isolas are immeasurably large compared to you, and very, very far away.
What happens if you succeed that impossible check?
I have no idea. You need a 17.
Perhaps they are gods. Gods of distance and outer dust.
Wowzers.
What a game.
Shall we keep looking, or do we need to bask in the vastness for a little while?
Yeah, wow. We could look at Revachol and Martinez, I guess. We're zooming in
The
at that
north coast
point.
of a verdant island is shattered by the delta of a river. It is the River Esperance. Countless bridges put the shards back together, connecting city blocks to river islands. La Delta says a great artificial heart in the center, teeming with life forms and construction. To the east, rolling hillsides, Le Jardin, Stella Marie, the suburbs of Saint-Baptiste, swallowed up into the megacity. They sound rich to you. This is Revachol East. Hudon, it's somewhere to live. Not bad. Then there's Jamrock. It's bad. People shouldn't live there, but they do. Then Forberg. It's almost as bad, and much larger. Then Coal City. It's the worst.
And
Martinez?
It's so small you can't even see it on the map. No, wait. There it is, north of Jamrock, the strip of coast next to the Greater Revachol Industrial Harbor. It looks downright despondent. It's almost Coal City, to be honest. No, Coal City is worse. A charred limb. Rain falls on its slick black streets. And then there's the burnt-out quarter in the heart of Jamrock. Is it cold in this bookstore? Or is it just you? No. This is somewhere to be. This is all you have. But it's still something. Streets and sodium lights, the sky, the world. You're still alive.
Right, Felician.
It's not really a map. It's a tourist thing. A picture postcard with buildings on it, drawn from an isometric perspective. A date in the upper right corner says 48. Still, it's detailed. Could be pretty useful for scouting ahead. You see the jagged boxes of an industrial harbor, even the whirling in rags there.
Let's ask about the maps.
I'm sorry, officer. The map of Martinez is the only one available. The other two are not for sale anymore. And besides, you could scarcely afford them.
Plaisance.
They're quite valuable, though they might not look it. The map of Martinez is 90 cents, though.
Why is it so cheap?
That old thing. It's an out-of-date map of a tourist location that never was nor came to be. From when some design studio people tried to spruce the place up 4 or 5 years ago. They also renovated the horse statue, set up those coin-operated viewers, and designed the new street lamps.
And what happened then?
They didn't get that far, for some reason. A shame the project never got going. Would be nice if someone fixed Martinez up. All these ruins are bad for business.
Yeah, terrible place to open a bookstock.
We can spend $1, or we can, just try to pick it up.
Let's buy it.
Always good to be informed of your surroundings.
All right, so we got a couple things going on. We have a fresh map
Yeah.
to look at, but we also have unlocked a thought. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Inexplicable feminist agenda.
Ooh. Whoa.
There is something you need to see, sir. We found the remnants of an ancient artifact lodged in your hypothalamus. It is a cylindrical object, piss-weathered and smelling of liquor. The paint is peeling off, but you can clearly make out the letters Revolutionary Feminist Agenda on the hull. It appears that some time ago, before you became a joke, you were an actual feminist. Somehow you've come to that conclusion. Perhaps you can work your way back.
Plus one empathy could evolve into real feminist agenda,
Yeah?
but we would
minus
have to
one
quit drugs.
I feel like for the playthrough we are doing now, this is a pure win.
This is perfect. Accept it.
Congratulations, we are now officially feminist.
Yes.
Yes. Or I could just forget it permanently by spending a
No.
Okay.
How do we evolve it?
I think that is its maximum evolution. It's now just a thing that is true of us. We're a feminist.
It says it could evolve into an RFA.
Oh, I think that is, like, in the far future beyond the realms of this particular case. Possibly.
Gotcha.
Would you like to see the map?
Let's.
The worn map features the patchwork grid of the streets of Martinez, with directions to appropriately touristy locations. Year 48 resides on the upper right corner.
3 years ago, isn't it?
Yes.
Your finger moves through the various streets, across Rue de Saint-Ghislain and Rue Saint-Sipar, over Saint-Brun and Martinez North. Finally coming to a halt on the spot where you are currently standing, although the map gives no such indication itself.
And also, now that we have a map... Ta-da! We have a map!
Oh! Nice.
Yes. I don't think they tell you that this unlocks, so...
Yeah, it really doesn't.
But it also has a list of all of the, like, checks that we could attempt and approximately where they are at
That's
present.
cool.
Mirror. You can still get that patrolman cloak. If they're white, we can try them. If they're black, we're gonna have to, you know, unlock them again.
We can try our legendary empathy check with Kuno again?
Yes, we can try that legendary
Are we
empathy.
sure that's not the ones we can't try?
No, those on white are available to try now.
Oh,
I wonder what happened to unlock that.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Let's go try it.
Sure.
Oh wait, let's talk to her first.
Okay. Well, it is 11:54, so we're probably running out of
Very
time.
quickly.
Okay. Just speed run.
Welcome
Talk
to
to
crime,
bookseller.
romance, and biographies of famous people. My name is Plaisance. Be welcome, and please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space.
I will not. Thank
Well,
A golden pendant hangs around the woman's neck, in the shape of what looks like a tiny fish head trapped in amber.
a curious pendant you're wearing.
Oh yes, helps to have an anchor in these times.
And narrows her eyes as well. Is she the owner of the store?
I am the proudest owner of our little shop of culture.
She has fine-tuned her voice to find the most welcoming approach for attracting new customers. It doesn't work.
Her daughter's the one outside, right?
Annette, yes, my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose in science fiction. Tell me, was she at her post doing her job like a proper girl?
Yes, of course.
Of course.
Wonderful. Did you talk to her?
Yes.
Yeah.
Great. On a scale of 1 to 10, how compelled were you to buy books after talking with her?
Her
Oh my
opinion of her
God.
daughter depends on how well she lured you into the store.
10.
10 out of 10.
My precious, her dedication brings joy to my heart. If you have children, I hope they turn out as great as Mayonette.
Oh god, she's a great value add. Oh, we
That-
could...
Interesting.
Do we want to deploy our deduction?
I guess so.
Oh, I mean, we could also just wander away. It's your call, baby.
Can we save now? Or do we have to be out of conversation?
I mean, I can try to... Wait, no, you can't quick save. Nope, you're in it, Van. There's no going back.
Okay. Let's use our deduction.
God. I've told her not to do that. It's such a disgusting habit. She'll get over it.
Christ.
Anxiety is a part of life.
A part of hers, too, clearly.
I don't think she can do anything about it.
She can, if she has enough willpower.
Oh.
This is what's called growing pains. Life isn't easy. Life doesn't give breaks.
Oh, fuck your feelings, Snowflake.
Oh,
Come
wow.
on, ma'am. It's obvious she can't do anything about it. You are placing an unnecessary burden on a young child.
Is it super alright for kids to chew their hands off?
Let's do 1?
I think so.
She stands stiff and severe, silently fuming. 10 or so seconds pass without change.
Wild.
Oh, no. Hold on. I need to invite her inside and apologize. She must be freezing out there.
Oh.
There. I don't know what to say to you. My husband, he tries to teach me business lessons. I have what my mother called a dull mind. All this stress.
What is happening?
It sounds like both the husband and the mother treat her the way she treats Annette.
Well, let's say that.
Oh, well, my mother was horrible, of course. Absolutely perverse energies around that person. But my husband...
My husband is completely different, of course.
Of course.
Is he Annette's father?
Yes, my husband is a successful entrepreneur east of the river. If only he were more involved in the business we're running up here. No matter. Soon we'll both be off for Grand Couronne.
What is that?
What is
It's
that?
a proper place to live. One of the most peaceful neighbourhoods east of Jamrock. You may know it for its massive housing projects.
Oh, yes.
Most of the buildings are empty at the moment. It's a great opportunity to get ahead of the crowds. Better times ahead for sure. He made the initial investment. Since then, he's been what you might call a silent partner.
Is she an only child?
Yes, I'm afraid so. A real treat she is. It would be nice if she had... No, we couldn't have afforded more children, really. Not in this economy.
Of course, yes, this
The
economy.
economy.
Exactly.
All right, we should,
The woman looks aloof, her features much softer. Occasionally she glances at her daughter's silhouette.
Oh,
shall we, bid a
farewell for now.
Farewell, book peddler. Well-timed autosave, because it has just
I
hit
guess
12
we
o'clock.
handled that.
We handled that. Look, I mean, okay. Let's go over and just say hello. Because now she's
Yeah.
inside doing some reading.
I'm sorry, sir. I can't talk right now.
Thank
I'm very
goodness for
busy
that.
with my homework.
Oh,
I have
God.
so much homework now.
No,
You just can't win.
you doing now?
Math. It's really difficult. Like, really. They say you need it to get rich. Better than standing outside in the cold, I guess. Oh, I found
Guess.
something while you were away.
What?
I thought this would fit you. Like, thanks for helping out. Not me. The city, I mean. Like a detective does.
She gives you a hat, almost exactly like the one Dick Mullen wears.
A detective hat.
Yes, just like the one Dick Mullen wears all the time. You'll look way more serious with that. Right, I have to get back to my homework now, before Mum notices. Man, this is hard.
Oh, Annette. I would
Oh,
kill God for her.
and here we are. +1 to encyclopedia, because this hat makes you look book smart.
Wow.
And there we go. I'm doing a quick save. And
All
then
right.
I'm shutting down.
That's what we call a good time. We helped a child.
Get removed. There we go.
Even if it was only a little bit, we still made the world slightly better, and we got cool shades.
Yeah.
And now we have a sea monster's soul.
We done a good job. Hey everybody. Hey, mostly D, but hey everybody.
Yeah.
Thanks for hanging out with us while we were playing some Disco Elysium. We'll probably be back in a week. And try to empathize with Kuno, I guess.
Yeah. That sounds like a fun goal.
Maybe do some crime solving instead
We
of...
might.
What? Buy sunglasses and a map and find a hat. You know.
Hey, last time was really productive, so I liked having a bit of faff. And we even achieved our feminist agenda.
We achieved our feminist agenda, and I achieved my agenda of now having more appropriate cosplay.
Yeah,
with
perfect.
My Dick Mullen hat and horrific necktie.
Very good. Well, I'm looking forward to your sea monster sunglasses next week.
I will see what I can do.
And your yellow gardening gloves.
I can do that.
You could, but your hands are never in the frame.
Whoa, what could be on them?
We don't know yet. Find out next week.
Find out next week. All right. Oh, yeah, 5 a.m. is pretty early, but it goes up on YouTube later today, so you can always catch us in perpetuity.
Yeah.
Through the VODs. Still. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.